Let me share something I just learned about figs. See this little tiny thing? I ate one singular fig earlier, and I didn't think nothing of it. I felt fine all day, and then I started to feel the inflammation kick in. One singular fig like this has 8 to 10 grams of sugar in it. And then not only like natural sugars, but fructose, I believe is what it said. Or sucrose. No. Sorbitol. Is it sorbitol? I don't know. When I post this, I will post the research that I found with the right terminology. Anyway, if you have endometriosis or any of the inflammatory diseases, this one singular fig will trigger it, and then it blocks the like anti-inflammatory stuff in your body, and it screws up a bunch of the hormones in your body and all the things. Because we were sitting there trying to figure out, like, what did I get into today to trigger an inflammatory response, and I couldn't figure it out. It was the fig, and I was like, was it maybe the fig? Because the very first time I tried a fig was at a friend of mine's place at her lodge, and that was the first time I tried it. I ate one, and then it was so embarrassing because I had an inflammatory attack, and I was like on my hands and knees, like getting sick in her bathroom. And I think it was like my first time there. I was so embarrassed, and I was sick for the rest of the time I was there. Lo and behold, when upon some research, and I googled it, fig, how much sugar is in a fig? 8 grams. Brighton was just saying that in his in his protein drink, that there was 8 grams of sugar in it. So that's what gave me the idea to look it up. I wasn't expecting it to be equal or more. And then, just upon further deep diving into it, this one little tiny thing triggers an entire response in the body. Especially if you have like inflammatory responses, like chronic inflammatory, endometriosis, things like that. And I was just like bewildered. I was like, dang, this one little tiny thing set off a whole immune response in my body. Note to self, for me, I ain't touching that again. But it is, I mean, like, a good thing to have on hand, I guess, if like the world were to go to crap or whatever. For someone whose body isn't so sensitive, it'd probably be a good thing. For me, it's not, and I thought that was really interesting. And when I post this video, I'll be sure to post the research and sources that I found. But I was just like, man, that was my second time today ever eating a fig, ever. And both times it screwed me up pretty bad. Like, I had to go lay down. I had to, like, go through the whole process of, you know, trying to counteract an inflammatory response. But I have like 4 of these, maybe 5. I have a lot of figs. But, I mean, like fig trees. But yeah, that was just crazy. And I was like, man, who would have thought? I didn't know. Now it makes sense now to me that, like, my endometriosis specialist, he had a very specific list of fruits that I could have and couldn't have. Fig wasn't on it, but it should be. And I don't think most people commonly just be thinking about figs, because I didn't even know they were a thing until recently. I stick to blueberries and strawberries and blackberries. That's about it. But yeah, I found that fascinating and wild, because I had no idea. But for me and my body, I won't be eating another one of these unless it was like a survival situation. It's got too much sugar in it for me. But yeah, anyway, the more you know.